From towering skyscrapers in New York to the most powerful office in the world, Donald Trump's journey is unlike any other. He is the billionaire businessman who transformed into a political icon, shocking the world when he became the 45th President of the United States. In this video, we dive deep into his rise, his controversies, and his legacy that continues to shape America. Stay tuned till the end. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join our channel for more powerful stories of leaders who changed history. Few names in modern history stir as much recognition, admiration, and controversy as Donald John Trump. For some, he is the bold billionaire, the self-made titan of real estate, the television personality who turned boardroom power plays into primetime entertainment. For others, he is the political disruptor, the man who stormed the White House in 2016, promising to make America great again, rewriting the rules of American politics forever. Love him or loathe him, Trump is a figure impossible to ignore, a symbol of ambition, audacity, and relentless drive. But who really is Donald Trump? His journey, stretching from the polished marble of Manhattan skyscrapers to the Oval Office of the White House, is nothing short of extraordinary. A tale of triumphs, controversies, reinventions, and unshakable confidence. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in Queens, New York, into the family of Fred Trump and Mary Ann McLeod Trump. Fred Trump was already a successful real estate developer, building affordable housing across New York City, while Mary Ann, a Scottish immigrant, instilled discipline, traditional values, and a sense of faith in her children. Donald grew up in a home where success was expected, not optional. As the fourth of 5 children, he was competitive from the start, determined to stand out. But young Donald was not an easy child. He was headstrong, energetic, and sometimes unruly. His parents decided to channel this energy into discipline, sending him to the New York Military Academy at age 13. At the academy, Trump learned lessons that would stay with him for life: leadership, toughness, and the thrill of being at the top. He excelled in sports, thrived under strict routines, and quickly became known for his confidence and bold personality. While others feared failure, Donald seemed drawn to challenges, convinced that life was about winning, and winning big. After high school, Trump attended Fordham University for 2 years before transferring to the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania, one of America's top business schools. At Wharton, he studied finance, graduating in 1968 with ambitions far greater than simply joining his father's real estate business. He wanted to build an empire that carried his own name. After college, Trump joined his father's company, Elizabeth Trump & Son, which focused on middle-class rental housing in Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. But Donald wasn't satisfied with small-scale success. He had a vision: Manhattan, the beating heart of wealth, power, and prestige. By the 1970s, New York City was facing financial decline, with many neighborhoods struggling. But Trump saw opportunity where others saw risk. He moved the family business into Manhattan, taking on bold projects that would put his name on the map. His first big breakthrough came in 1976, when he transformed the Commodore Hotel into the glittering Grand Hyatt, a project that announced to New York and the world that Donald Trump was a force to be reckoned with. Shortly after, he began construction on what would become his crown jewel, Trump Tower, a 58-story skyscraper of glass and luxury rising over Fifth Avenue. When it opened in 1983, it was not just a building, but a symbol of Trump's ambition, style, and flair. From there, the Trump brand expanded rapidly. Casinos in Atlantic City, hotels in Manhattan, golf courses around the world, and even an airline. Trump's empire became synonymous with luxury, gold, and unapologetic excess. His name became a brand, a promise of grandeur. But with ambition came risks. The late 1980s and early 1990s brought financial turbulence, as Trump's casinos struggled and debts piled up. Newspapers speculated about bankruptcy, critics predicted his fall. Yet, Trump's ability to reinvent himself became evident. Through negotiations, restructuring, and relentless branding, he survived the storm. In the 1990s and 2000s, Trump found a new stage, not just in business, but in entertainment. His personality, sharp tongue, and larger-than-life charisma made him a natural for television. In 2004, NBC premiered The Apprentice, a reality show where ambitious contestants competed for a job in Trump's organization. With his famous catchphrase, "You're fired," Trump became a household name across America. The show ran for over a decade, transforming him into a pop culture icon. Trump didn't just appear on TV, he became a symbol of the American dream, the bold billionaire who commanded boardrooms and handed out golden opportunities. His brand exploded further, licensing his name for everything from luxury buildings to steaks, vodka, and even board games. By the early 2010s, Donald Trump wasn't just a businessman, he was a celebrity mogul. His image was everywhere, and his voice carried weight not just in real estate, but in American culture. Trump's political ambitions weren't new. He had flirted with running for office as early as the late 1980s, and even considered a presidential bid in 2000. But it wasn't until 2010 that he made his boldest move. On June 16, 2015, Trump descended the golden escalator in Trump Tower, announcing his candidacy for President of the United States. His speech was fiery, controversial, and unlike anything Americans had seen before. He spoke bluntly about immigration, trade, and national pride. Critics dismissed him as a joke. Pundits predicted his campaign would collapse within weeks. But Trump struck a chord. His slogan, "Make America Great Again," became a rallying cry for millions of Americans who felt ignored by traditional politicians. He packed arenas, dominated headlines, and used Twitter as a weapon to bypass mainstream media. In the Republican primaries, Trump bulldozed through seasoned politicians like Jeb Bush, Ted Cruz, and Marco Rubio. Against all odds, he secured the Republican nomination. Then came the ultimate showdown: Donald Trump versus Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election. The media called him unfit. Pollsters gave him little chance. Yet on November 8, 2016, in one of the most shocking upsets in American history, Donald Trump was elected the 45th President of the United States. Trump's presidency was as unconventional as his campaign. From day one, he shattered political norms governing with the same boldness he had shown in business. Trump championed tax cuts, deregulation, and an America-first trade agenda. He renegotiated trade deals, pushed for tariffs on China, and boasted about record stock market growth and low unemployment before the pandemic. His foreign policy was equally bold. He met directly with Kim Jong-un of North Korea, a move once unthinkable. He moved the U.S. Embassy in Israel to Jerusalem, reshaping Middle East policy. He pressured NATO allies to increase defense spending. His critics called it reckless. His supporters saw strength. Trump's presidency was also marked by deep division. His critics accused him of fueling polarization, spreading misinformation, and undermining democratic norms. His use of Twitter at all hours of the night was both his greatest strength and greatest liability. The final year of his presidency was defined by the COVID-19 pandemic, which tested his leadership like never before. His handling of the crisis drew both praise and criticism. In the 2020 election, Trump faced Joe Biden. Amid record turnout, Trump lost, though he and his supporters claimed the election was unfair, a claim that remains one of the most polarizing debates in American history. After leaving office in January 2021, Trump refused to fade into silence. Instead, he remained the dominant figure in American politics, shaping the Republican Party and teasing another run for the presidency. Even outside the White House, Trump filled stadiums, gave fiery speeches, and maintained a loyal base of millions. His Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida became both his home and his political headquarters. Lawsuits, investigations, and media scrutiny surrounded him, yet his influence remained undeniable. Donald Trump's story is far from over. Whether remembered as a champion of forgotten Americans or as a controversial figure who upended democracy, his impact on history is permanent. He changed the way politics is fought, using social media and populist rhetoric to connect directly with voters. He redefined the Republican Party, turning it into a movement built around his brand of nationalism and boldness. Trump's life embodies the belief that one man's confidence, persistence, and refusal to quit can rewrite the rules of success. From a boy in Queens with big dreams to the president of the most powerful country in the world, Donald Trump's journey is a tale of ambition, controversy, and relentless determination. He has been called many things: genius, disruptor, showman, narcissist, visionary, populist, and more. But above all, he has been unforgettable. Because in the end, Donald Trump has lived his life by one rule: never settle for less, always aim for the top, and never, ever stop winning.